Ooh. Alright, it is so damn cold in here. Whew. It is winter. Welcome back guys to another MDP World Show. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a tutorial on Premiere Pro for beginners. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so we are in our Premiere Pro, and once you have it opened up, now you're going to come to a screen. My video is in the actual section over here, but what I want to get down to is the basics of how to navigate through this. It does look complicated at first, but it isn't. So pretty much your assembly is over here. So assembly is, what you're doing is once you input a file and then go to import, and once you've import your clip, what happens is it goes into this section here. Now you can, if you have a numerous or a lot of video clips in here, you can open it up, and you can drag it and drop it into the timeline. The editing is mostly where you will be at, and well, second to that is the color and effects tools that you most likely use when you're editing your videos. Now the color is mostly going to be for color grading, so the texture here, the contrast, the greens, the darks, the blues on my shirt, anything that you want to emboss, anything that you want to bring out further, is where you're going to coloring. So in the effects, you've got all the different transitions. You can use Lumetri, audio, video effects. Now video effects, obviously there's a ton of them over here. There's heaps. So you can literally play around with them forever in the Premiere Pro. Now we're going to go back to editing. Now what I've done is to get this clip up here, because usually our clip's over here. When you go to timeline, when you drag it, your clip is going to go over in this section here. Now some people, I mean, it depends on various situations. I mean, I use it quite a lot on my left. Now the left side, what it does is you can actually edit only the audio, or you can edit the video out. So if you over drag on top of that, it says drag video only, or you can go to drag audio only. So for instance, if you're not happy with the audio and you don't want to keep hearing it in the timeline, for instance, you can mute it by pressing M for mute. That'll mute it. Or you can simply just go from the top here, drag the section that you want, hold it down, drag it in timeline, and there you go. It's got no audio. I do use that quite a bit, but anyways, let's get into it. So I'm going to delete this section here. So I've dragged and highlighted my timeline, press the delete button on the keyboard. Now I'm going to go over to here, bring it more to the left, so it's at the beginning of the timeline. Okay, now what I'm going to show you, this clip here is actually a scene that I've done in my actual video on YouTube. So what I'm going to show you guys is a clip of what I've done first. I'm just going to bring it back to just that. It's probably about only a 3 to 4 second clip of what I've done. Okay, so if you need to rewind the video back, check it out what I've done. And in this video section here, what I did was how I actually created that scene. So as you could tell, there was about 3 sections that I cut. So what I've done was I've used the razor tool. I call it like a knife tool, because what it's actually doing is it's cutting the video, and it's allowing you to do what you want in that exact section. So if I go to about here, now I cut it there, and then I cut it again to about there. Now I'm going to cut it again to about here. Now I'm going to highlight, click on selection. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go to the section I want, which is this clip here. Now I'm going to go into effects. Now this is where I wouldn't say the magic happens, but this is where I used it. So I use scale and position in the motions tab. So if it's not clicked, click onto that. Now if it's not even open, go to Windows Workplaces, and you can go to effects. If the effects tab isn't actually on your screen here, that's where you go. So if any of these section tabs here aren't on, you can always go through it on here if it's not up. That's just a little pointer I like to give out. Now on the scale, so I'm actually on my scene now. I'm going to scale it a bit further, so I'm going to zoom in. Now if you're wondering, oh no, what do I do here? The clip isn't in position correctly. What I do is I double click on the scene here, and I drag it down. Now what you don't want to do is drag it too far that it goes out of the actual portion of the size of the screen here. So you want to make sure that it's just enough there. Now you can obviously make sure that it sits perfectly in the scene. Now then we go to the next scene here, or next clip, next section that we've cut. We make sure, okay, so we're on it. Now we head over and we zoom in again, a bit more closer. Now double click. Okay, we've got that scene there, and then we go to the last part there, and I'm looking far away to another position, and we zoom in our last shot, which is a real close-up, and we drag our positioning down about there in the middle. Okay, now what that does is we click back on here. So this section here, this always tells you if you're what you're in the highlighted sections. So it automatically saves. So you're in that section, or you're in that section, or in the next section. So if something doesn't work, you've always got an understanding of why it's not working. It's because you're either not in the section that you want to be in, because it's not highlighted. So then we go back, and then we press play. And there you go. So pretty much it's a pretty basic tool to use in Premiere Pro. Okay, so guys, if you really enjoyed that video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification, and please share and leave a comment below on what your thoughts are, your feedback, and what other sort of tutorials I can bring up on. Anyway, see you then. Bye for now.